Have I told you guys the story about the spider? Superman lives the spider in Wild Wild West with Will Smith.
With Will Smith and Calvin Klein.
Wait, what? What is
Okay,
it?
okay. So this there was going to be post Batman, the second Batman movie with Michael Keaton, Batman Returns. They were going to do a Superman movie, and this was right around the time that they did the comic book arc where Superman dies and then he comes back to life and all that jazz. Well, they were going to get Nick Cage to do that movie, and Nick Cage was going to be Superman, and he was going to die, and he was going to come back to life. And Kevin Smith was the one who wrote the entire the treatment for the movie, and he was starting to write the script, and then he had to meet with the main producer, the guy who gave the most money to have the film made, and the guy wanted a giant spider in the movie. And Kevin Smith looked at him and said, "Superman's never fought a giant spider. Like, what are you talking about?" He's like, "Well, that guy Brainiac that you have in the movie that you wrote in here, why don't you just have him become a spider?" And he's like, "I don't fucking know what you're talking about, man. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, in the DC comic universe, like, there's no spider. Like, I'm not doing it." So he fired Kevin Smith. He got the next writer. The next writer wrote the entire story around Superman fighting a fucking spider, and it was shit. And Tim Burton, who was signed on to direct it, was like, "I'm not making this fucking movie." Well, so finally, after spending hundreds of millions of dollars just in pre-production, they scrap it, and then the same producer makes Wild Wild West. And at the end of Wild Wild West, the stagecoach becomes a giant spider. He got his fucking spider. That's what producers do. That's what producers do.
See, if this director had any wits about him, what would have happened is Nick Cage would have died, gotten buried, and then when he came back, it would have been Gary Busey as Superman. Alan?
Yeah, I mean, what? Millions. Billions, maybe. Billions, I think, with a B.
Maybe like as like Bizarro Superman or something.
Nope. That's everyone's favorite Superman.
I'm back.
Imagine if you get all that toothy grin.
Yeah.
With like jet black hair and some fucking thick rimmed glasses.
Yeah. I'm Clark Kent.
You know what? You know what death stands for? Don't ever ask teachers for help. That's what death stands for.
Yep. Could you imagine?
No, where's this fucking spider?
Where's this fucking spider?